Welcome to this week's episode of No Cover Music Magazine at American Guitar Boutique on 707 13th Street in Phoenix City, Alabama. We are here with the very talented Mr. BJ Holland. Man, I'm really glad to finally get you on the show.
Thank you so much.
BJ's a great singer, great songwriter, and we're going to hear a bunch of his original stuff today. But tell me a little bit about what inspires you. I mean, what made you pick up a guitar?
Well, my first memories are listening to Elvis Presley because my dad's favorite musician in the world is also one of my favorite musicians. But I would have to say my grandma bought me a guitar when I was a kid because I was standing around the house playing a broom like Elvis because that's who I wanted to be. So I guess I've always wanted to be a rock star, and which is a really hard thing to say because you're never going to be a rock star. You know, it's never. I set out to be a rock star. I'm a musician now. Whenever you grow up, you realize that. But I guess I was inspired by just the music that was around me, and picking up the actual guitar when I was a teenager. I was 15 whenever I actually started playing seriously, and I started playing because my youth group didn't have a praise and worship leader, and so I suddenly became the guy that stood in there and did that. And then I started playing at coffee shops and everything like that, and that kind of spirals into, then you start making a little bit of money at it, and that's the best part.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you start making
Somebody
a little
hands
bit of
you
money.
some cash.
Yes. The first time you get paid, and you're like, oh, really?
Now, I got to go back a second because in the old days, you were a musician before you were a rock star. These days, you can be a rock star and not really be a musician.
Not really be a musician. In the old days, you're right. I recently started collecting vinyl, and my mom has always said about me that I was born in the wrong decade. I was born in '79, so I would miss all the Beatles and the big days of the Rolling Stones. I mean, I got to see them in the '80s, be a powerhouse, but she's like, you like all the old music, Elvis Presley. If it's going to be country, it's got to be Willie Whalen or one of the
Johnny Cash,
Johnny Cash, any of those guys. Because, and I've seen stickers that say this, I think it was way better when musicians could be ugly and still make music and make money making music than now when you have to get out there and shake your
Be pretty
tush.
and
it's
more important to dance, right?
I'm not super duper pretty.
Stop.
I know. And it's I'm very hairy and very odd looking sometimes. But at the same time, I've always been really partial to people who were outside the bounds. I also like artists who were who had a personality that loved their fans, because I think if you're going to be an artist, you got to realize those are the people that are going to buy your records. They're the people that are going to come to your shows. Otherwise, you're just playing to an empty room. You can do that at the house for free without somebody having to pay you. So I really admired. That's one of the big things about Elvis. Why he's always been a big. I've always been a huge fan of his, was because he said he didn't care if they ripped the shirt off his back because they put it there to start off with.
But he was pretty now.
Oh, he was pretty. He was pretty. He could have definitely outdone me on pretty. Because, my mom says I look good, but I think that's about it.
Good old mom.
Yeah, good old mom, just to tell me those things. Of course, whenever you're growing up and you tell people you want to be a musician, and they're always like, oh, well, everybody wants to do it, but only a few people make it. And whenever you're a kid and they tell you that, you think, okay, well, then maybe I shouldn't try it. But then you realize that the reason only a few people make it is because it's like anything else that takes skill. You have to learn to actually do the
Well, and what is making
process.
it? I mean, making it is when at first, if you knew that you could play a song and sing it at the same time, that was making it.
Oh yeah.
So it's putting that into perspective. I mean, sometimes making it isn't cash rewards.
Yeah, the cash is actually making the music and feeling. A lot of times, and I try to sit down every day and write 3 lyric sheets out at least. And later on, I might put music to them. I've got tons of notebooks in my room right now that have lyrics in them that have no music to them. I feel like Bernie from the Elton John and Bernie group, because I can write the lyrics, and sometimes I'm just like, too many lyrics.
Well, you got some good tunes you're going to play for us today.
Yes.
What's the first tune you want to do?
The first tune I'm going to be doing is Broadway, and it was written for the street right across the river. Many a night I spent walking up and down Broadway with a good friend of mine, Kevin Welch, and it felt like we walked forever, but we didn't get anywhere, and that's what that whole song is about.
Well, I can't wait to hear it.
Don't seem to care. Those bright lights, they keep shining. They don't care how sad you think you are. Seems you've walked a million miles tonight. You haven't gotten very far. Another night on Broadway, he does his song and dance. Tell her that it's all for her. She'd give him the chance. Those bright lights, they keep shining. They don't care how sad you think you are. Seems you've walked a million miles tonight. You haven't gotten very far. Another night on Broadway, I'm sure we'll all survive. We don't really mind the pain. Makes us feel like we're alive. Those bright lights, they keep shining. They don't care how sad you think you are. Seems you've walked a million miles tonight. You haven't gotten very far.
So, great song. You wrote that song.
Yes.
When did you transition from realizing that playing other people's music was really cool, but writing your own? Obviously, you have a passion for it.
Yes. Well, whenever I first started writing, it was really like, whenever I would hear a song that I had written, I would always be like, that doesn't sound like a song to me, because I wrote it. It comes from experience, and a lot of it came from the fact that people would be like, well, I have PTSD really bad, and whenever I started really writing the first album, I was going through that. It started 18 years ago with a car accident, but after that, I started having these emotions. People were like, you should write them down in a journal, and I was like, I'm terrible at journaling, because most people who journal do it at set time every day. They sit down and write, and I'm just always like, I can't remember my day that much. So what I would do is every day I would sit down and write three songs. 3 lyrics to 3 songs that were either from things that I was going through at the moment or things that I had been through. Of course, every now and then I'll get a really funny song out of me, but I really started writing because I needed to get those feelings out there. And I realized also that whenever I started checking out the other people that were writing, I was like, these guys aren't some of them are very, very educated, but some of them were just like, no, I was just a teenager, just want to start writing stuff, make songs up, and they started doing it. So, I mean, a lot of people are like, I did it when I was a kid. I actually don't remember writing many songs when I was really young. I remember wanting to be a star, so I would shake it behind something. But whenever I became a teenager, and after this whole that life experience happened to me in my early 20s, I really had to have an outlet for it. And I felt like after I realized that was what I was doing, was using it to channel that, it was way better.
Got easier for you, yeah. What's the next one you want to do for us?
The next song that I'm going to be doing is called Better Late Than Never. And it's from the first album. The Broadway and this one are from the first album.
Which is called?
Which is called The Tao of the Beach.
Okay.
And it's spelled T-A-O, the Tao of the Beach. And it was released 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the second one is way overdue by now. But this is from the first album, and it's the third song, I think, on there. So it's also one about a girl that's most of them are about.
Well, let's take a listen.
How'd you get so beautiful? Who hung those stars in your eyes? How'd you know I need a friend to bring back my blue sky? How have I never noticed you before tonight? Yes, I needed clarity. You only find it in moonlight. Should've told you sooner. Hope I'm not too late. I wanna be with you more than I want another day. Why'd you ever go out with them? They're losers in this town. I wanted to warn you, they'd only bring me down. While I tried to save you from their crazy fantasies, I was trying to hide the crazy that's living here in me. Should've told you sooner. Hope I'm not too late. I wanna be with you more than I want another day. More than I want another day. How'd you get so beautiful? Who hung the stars in your eyes?
Man, that's a great tune. I really like your writing. What's the next one you want to
The
do
next
for
one
us?
I'm going to do for you guys is called Goofy Smile.
All right.
She don't think she's beautiful, I tell her 1,000,000 times she's wrong. She don't think she's wonderful. Why would I put it in a song? Well, this goofy smile that's on my face, I guess on me it looks a little out of place, but I'm growing accustomed to that giddy inside, and it's getting very, very hard to hide that it's true. It's all because of you. In my eyes, she could do no wrong. Anytime she touches me, well, this goofy smile on my face, I guess on me it looks a little out of place, but I'm growing accustomed to that giddy inside, and it's getting very, very hard to hide, and it's true. It's all because of you. Yes, it's true. So true, it's all because of you. It's all because of you.
So you're a prolific writer. You got deep thoughts
I
happening in that
try.
stuff. Well, I mean, you can hear it. It comes through in your sound. Do you play other instruments?
I play basically anything with strings because I'm sure as a musician you would know that it's really easy to read a chart for chords whenever you've found out how to do it. And I play ukulele, and I play, of course, bass. I started playing the alto saxophone. That was my first instrument.
All right.
And my favorite instrument to play is the ukulele or the ukulele because you can't be sad and play the ukulele.
I actually started playing ukulele, and I really am surprised how much I enjoy it.
It's very, and it's so small that it can just go anywhere with you. That's great.
The next tune you're going to do for us has some historical value from right here in the Chattahoochee Valley. Tell me about the song and what inspired you to do it.
Well, right across the bridge in Columbus, Georgia, there is an old brick building called the Columbus Stockade. And one of the first songs that was recorded, you were pointing that out earlier, that they recorded that over there. It's one of the first songs ever recorded, so it is a very old song about the stockade over there. But what inspired me to play it was I started listening to Hank Williams Sr. play it on the Grand Ole Opry on a recording that I had of him. But he didn't say any of the words. So it's so old that I looked up the words and I was like, I don't know how they're supposed to go in there. Then I picked up Doc Watson, and as soon as I picked up Doc, he sings every word. That's how Doc does it. So you knew exactly what you were singing then, and that's how I actually came to really pick that song up and actually love it as much as I do.
Well, it's a great tune, and I'm glad that you are keeping it going because more people need to be aware of it. So, Columbus Stockade.
So I learned to play from playing with Hank Williams, but Doc Watson sings it, so. Way down south in Columbus, Georgia, Lord, how wish I was in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus, Stockade, my friends have turned their backs on me. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. Love another.
pretty darling, 'cause I don't mind. Many a night you are ramble, many a night with you I spend. Thought I'd have love forever. Imagine my surprise when it came and went. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. Love another. You me pretty darling, 'cause I don't mind. Last night, as I lay dreaming, well, I dreamt that I held you in my arms. And I woke, I was mistaken. I was stuck behind these Muskogee bars. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind in your heart. Love another. Leave me pretty darling, I don't mind. But I got them walking blue.
So you're a working musician. You play around town. I know you do some busking downtown. If somebody hears this show, sees your show, we've talked about an album that you have out, and we've talked about a new one that's going to be released. How can somebody find you if they're interested in hiring you, maybe writing with you, buying your music? How can they go about?
The easiest way to get me is through my artist page on Facebook, which is facebook.com/BJ Holland Music, all one word, BJ Holland Music. It'll bring you right to that page, or you can look up BJ Holland on artist pages on Facebook. It's the easiest way. Just message me, myself, or my other bandmates, which is John Daniel and Jeremy Statham. One of us will answer you, especially if you're looking for us to play for you. You can find my music, the first album, The Down of the Beach, anywhere that digital music is sold. Amazon, iTunes, CD Baby is where I originally put it up at. It's for $5 on CD Baby. And I don't really control iTunes, what they like right to that. So, but you can find me there, and you can also look up #BJ Holland on YouTube and find the first album if they would like to listen to the first album.
And you're recording now, so do you have any ETA on when to expect the next recording to get out?
We're really hoping that we can have it out by the spring. We've already written that album. And the first album was just me. It was me, Brian Mallard, and John Phillips. Brian Mallard engineered, John Phillips produced, and we all worked together, and we just pulled in artists, as it was. I didn't have a band. And now I have the BJ Holland Trio, and now that I have these guys with me, they've never recorded an album before, so they don't know how it is. They don't understand that you will one day have to put it in the can and be like, no, that's done.
Time to work on the next one.
Yeah, whenever I did The Down of the Beach, I thought it was going to go on forever. And Brian's like, it won't go on forever because I won't let it. And so, but he was a great engineer, and so was John Phillips for producing it. Like I said, you can pick it up anywhere. You can also listen to it on YouTube.
So you're going to play a couple of the cuts from the going to be new to be released.
Going to be new album.
What's this next one you're going to do for us?
This next song is called Ex-Girlfriends and One Ex-Wife, because I have ex-girlfriends and one ex-wife. So.
All right.
such a sweet young thing. Somehow I got her to wear my ring, but it didn't go too far. We were sitting on her back porch when she said she didn't love the beach no more. I walked to the nearest bar. I write songs about girlfriends past. Times of songs, the only thing that's built to last. Yeah, well, I still sing about a goofy smile, and I got my memories turning to song about ex-girlfriends that I sing. She looked like an angel wearing that red dress, but I couldn't know she was the devil instead. It all was beautiful till it all went horribly wrong. At least she made it to another song. I write songs about girlfriends past. Times of songs, the only thing that's built to last. Yeah, well, I still sing about a goofy smile. Got my memories turning a song about ex-girlfriends that I sing. I could have put any number of women in this song, maybe a Lori or a Dawn, but I chose 3, and I think I chose them wisely. Every girlfriend is different. They're like snowflakes, crazy as snowflakes. Man, they are. Well, the last beauty to grace words of our song. She was a cute young nurse that I can do her nothing but wrong. You know, the more I think about it, I'm beginning to see it may have not have been them, living me. I write songs about girlfriends past. Times of songs, the only thing that's built to last. Yeah, well, I still sing about a goofy smile, and I got my memory turning a song about ex-girlfriends that I sing. I said I still sing about a goofy smile, and I got my memory turning a song about ex-girlfriends that I sing.
So before we hear the one more tune from the new record, I want to tell you, man, we really appreciate you coming on this show.
Thank you guys for having me so much.
This whole show is about showcasing local artists, and you certainly are right up there with the top of them. So we appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate it.
What's the last tune that you want to do?
The last tune I'm going to do is called Sunny Day Mix, and whenever I wrote the title, it's all one word, because I wrote it for a friend of mine who had put that on my iTunes as a playlist. So that's why the song became Sunny Day Mix.
All right.
So this is Sunny Day Mix.
Well, thanks, BJ, for being on the show.
Thank you.
And make sure and look this guy up, buy his music, hire his band, listen to his songs. You'll get a kick out of him. And thanks for being on the show.
I don't go out much anymore. Doesn't make much sense, it did before. It's always rainy out anyway. All I see are clouds every day. But if I could make the sun come out, would you haven't yet healed. And I'm sure someday they all will. And I'll see the sun once again. But will I still be here, my friend? As if I could make the sun come out to come back. If you have me forever, it can all just fade to black. 'Cause you're all I ever dream about each and every night. If you're never coming back, I don't need the light. I don't need the light. Shine in my window. I don't